She says she wants something serious. She talks about the future. She mentions how tired she is of games and casual dating. She claims she's ready for a real relationship, but her actions tell a completely different story. Here's the brutal truth most men refuse to accept. Words are cheap. Actions reveal everything. And the woman who genuinely wants a serious relationship with you will demonstrate it through specific, unmistakable behaviors, not vague promises, not future talk without present action. Clear, consistent behavior that proves her interest is real. Today, you're learning to distinguish between what women say and what they actually do. Because the gap between those two things is where most men get lost, wasting months or years on someone who was never serious to begin with. The Stoics were masters at observing behavior over believing words. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Observe what they do, not what they say they do." This single principle will save you more heartache than any other relationship wisdom. Let's examine the specific behaviors that reveal genuine interest in something serious. The first unmistakable sign is she makes you a priority, not an option. Everyone has a busy life: work, family, friends, obligations. The question isn't whether she has time, it's whether she makes time for you. The woman who wants something serious doesn't say, "I'm so busy," and then leave you hanging for weeks. She finds time. She suggests specific dates. She plans ahead. She follows through on commitments. She doesn't cancel plans unless there's a genuine emergency. And when emergencies happen, she reschedules immediately. She doesn't leave you wondering when you'll see her next. Compare this to the woman who's not serious, always too busy, but her social media shows her out with friends. Can't commit to plans more than a day in advance. Cancels frequently. Never initiates getting together. Actions speak. When she wants something serious, she invests time consistently. When she doesn't, excuses multiply. Epictetus taught that people's priorities are revealed by where they invest their time and energy, not where they claim their priorities are. Where they actually invest. Watch the investment, ignore the words. The second sign is she introduces you to her important people. Friends, family, co-workers, the people who matter in her life. When a woman is serious about you, she integrates you into her world. She doesn't keep you separate from her social circles. She doesn't make excuses about why you haven't met her friends yet. She doesn't hide your relationship on social media. She wants the people who matter to her to know about you because you matter to her. Simple as that. The woman who's not serious keeps you compartmentalized. You're the person she sees privately, but doesn't integrate into her actual life. Months go by, and you still haven't met anyone important to her. This compartmentalization is a red flag. It means she's not seeing long-term potential. You're temporary. She's keeping her options open. Marcus Aurelius understood that actions reveal intentions. The woman who introduces you to her world is building a future that includes you. The woman who keeps you isolated is planning an exit. The third sign is she's genuinely interested in your life beyond surface conversations. She asks about your work with genuine curiosity. She remembers details about your family and follows up on situations you mentioned. She wants to understand your goals, your fears, your past experiences. She's not just making conversation. She's building a mental model of who you are because she's evaluating long-term compatibility. Compare this to surface-level interest. She asks generic questions but doesn't remember your answers. She changes the subject when you talk about meaningful things. She shows no curiosity about what drives you. The serious woman is investigating whether your values align with hers, whether your life goals are compatible, whether you have the character she's looking for in a long-term partner. This depth of interest takes effort. She wouldn't invest that effort if she wasn't considering something serious. The fourth sign is she's sexually selective but genuinely interested. This is nuanced and often misunderstood. The woman who wants something serious doesn't rush physical intimacy, but she also doesn't withhold it indefinitely as a manipulation tactic. She takes time to build trust and emotional connection before becoming physical. But once that foundation exists, she's enthusiastically interested in physical intimacy. This balance, selectivity plus genuine desire, indicates she's looking for a real connection, not just validation or casual fun. Compare this to two opposites. The woman who becomes physical immediately with everyone, suggesting she's not selective about partners. or the woman who uses physical intimacy as a reward system to manipulate behavior. Neither suggests interest in something serious and healthy. The Stoics valued balance in all things. Sexual intimacy that flows naturally from genuine connection and mutual desire is healthy. Extremes in either direction suggest problems. The fifth sign is she's consistent in her communication and behavior. No hot and cold patterns. No disappearing for days, then coming back with weak explanations. No extreme mood swings between seeming very interested and completely distant. She texts back within reasonable time frames. She follows through on what she says. Her level of interest remains stable rather than fluctuating wildly. This consistency reveals emotional maturity and genuine interest. She's not playing games. She's not keeping you uncertain. She's showing stable interest because she's seriously considering you. The inconsistent woman is either emotionally unstable, seeing multiple people, or not genuinely interested but keeping you as a backup option. None of these suggest serious relationship potential. Seneca wrote about the importance of consistency as a mark of character. The person whose words and actions align consistently is trustworthy. The person who's all over the place is not. The sixth sign is she respects your boundaries and expects you to respect hers. Healthy relationships require boundaries. The woman who wants something serious understands this. She has her own boundaries about communication, time together, physical intimacy, and personal space. And crucially, she respects yours. She doesn't get angry when you have other commitments. She doesn't demand all your time and attention. She doesn't try to control who you spend time with or what you do. This mutual respect for boundaries is essential for serious relationships. It shows emotional maturity and understanding that healthy relationships require two complete individuals, not two halves desperately clinging to each other. The woman who doesn't respect boundaries, who gets angry when you have plans with friends, who demands constant attention, who tries to control your behavior, is showing red flags regardless of what she says about wanting something serious. The seventh sign is she's honest about her past and present situation. She doesn't hide important information. She's upfront about her relationship history, her current life situation, her goals, and her concerns. She's not trying to present a perfect image. She's showing you who she really is, flaws included, because she understands that serious relationships require honesty. This vulnerability and transparency indicate she's serious. She's not just trying to attract you with a false image. She's showing you the real person you'd be in a relationship with. The woman who's constantly evading questions about her past, being vague about her current situation, or presenting an obviously curated version of herself isn't ready for something real. Marcus Aurelius valued truth above all. In relationships, truth is the foundation. Without it, nothing real can be built. The eighth sign is she talks about future plans that include you, not vague someday talk, specific plans. We should check out that restaurant next month. I'm planning a trip in 6 months. Would you want to come? My sister's wedding is in 4 months. I'd love for you to be my date. She's naturally including you in her future because she sees you there. This isn't pressure or trying to lock you down. It's natural planning that assumes continued connection. Compare this to the woman who never makes plans more than a few days out, who keeps everything vague and short-term, who changes the subject when future topics come up. That's someone who's not envisioning you in her future. Period. The ninth sign is she makes effort with her appearance and behavior when she's with you. She cares about how she looks when you see her. Not obsessively, but she puts in effort. She dresses nicely, she takes care of herself, she presents well. This isn't vanity. It's respect and interest. She wants to be attractive to you because you matter to her. The woman who constantly shows up in pajamas with no effort, who doesn't care at all about her appearance around you, might be comfortable, but she's not trying to maintain attraction. Balance is key here. She should be comfortable being natural around you, but she should also care about remaining attractive to you. That balance suggests ongoing investment. The 10th sign is she supports your growth and goals. When you talk about your ambitions, she's encouraging. When you're working on difficult projects, she's supportive. When you're pursuing personal growth, she's your cheerleader. She's not threatened by your success. She's not trying to hold you back. She's actively supporting your development because she sees your growth as part of your shared future. The woman who's not serious might feel threatened by your ambitions. She might discourage pursuits that take time away from her. She might subtly undermine your confidence or goals. This difference is crucial. The right partner amplifies your potential. The wrong one diminishes it. Epictetus taught that we should surround ourselves with people who elevate us. In romantic relationships, this is absolutely critical. The 11th sign is she handles conflict maturely. Disagreements happen in every relationship. The question is how she handles them. Does she communicate calmly? Does she listen to your perspective? Does she work toward resolution? Or does she shut down, give silent treatment, escalate unnecessarily, refuse to discuss problems, hold grudges? The woman who wants something serious has developed conflict resolution skills. She might not be perfect, but she's trying to work through issues rather than avoiding them or using them to manipulate. Healthy conflict resolution is one of the strongest indicators of long-term relationship potential. The 12th and final sign is she's willing to make compromises and adjustments. No two people are perfectly compatible. Serious relationships require give and take. She understands this and shows willingness to adjust and compromise on things that aren't core values. She considers your preferences when making plans. She adjusts her schedule to accommodate yours sometimes. She's flexible about things that aren't deal breakers. This doesn't mean she loses her identity or always gives in. It means she's thinking about we instead of just me. The woman who's completely inflexible, who expects you to do all the adjusting, who never considers your needs or preferences, she's not ready for a real partnership. Here's what ties all these signs together. Genuine investment. The woman who wants something serious invests time, energy, emotion, and effort, not performatively, naturally. Because when people are serious about something, investment follows automatically. You don't have to beg for her time. You don't have to convince her to introduce you to her friends. You don't have to wonder if she's interested. The consistent investment makes it obvious. The Stoics taught that we should judge people by their sustained actions over time, not their words or occasional gestures. Apply this ruthlessly in relationships. Watch what she does consistently, not what she says, not how she acts occasionally. What she does day after day, week after week. That reveals the truth. Now here's the difficult part. What do you do when you realize she's not showing these signs? You have a conversation, direct but respectful. I'm looking for something serious. Based on what I'm observing, I'm not sure we're aligned on that. Can we talk about where you see this going? Her response will tell you everything. If she gets defensive, vague, or dismissive, you have your answer. If she's honest about not being ready or not seeing long-term potential, you have clarity. Either way, you know where you stand. And knowing is always better than hoping. Marcus Aurelius believed in accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it were. If she's not serious, accept it and move on. Don't waste years hoping she'll change. Your time is valuable. Your emotional energy is limited. Invest them in people who invest back. If you're ready to stop accepting words and start demanding aligned actions, to value yourself enough to walk away from people who aren't serious, comment below, I choose clarity.